It's me, Alicia, also known as Chrissy J. So I wanted this first video to kind of be a get to know me and for you guys to kind of get to an understanding of what my channel is going to be about. This is not going to be another beauty, makeup, hair review because I suck at those. So this is more so of an educational type of channel. As you guys can see, I am an amputee. I'm what they call a upper elbow amputation. And I noticed from the time that I got my amputation back in 2016 to now, there's not a lot of videos out there for African American women or of amputees who kind of fit my description. If you were to, search like how to put your hair in a ponytail or how to do so and so with one hand, you'll notice that a lot of the searches that come up, they don't really have like half their arm gone. They kind of still have this part still showing. I think that's called like a lower elbow amputation. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I wanted this channel to kind of be a stepping stone for anybody in the future that sadly loses, an arm, like how I did. A little backstory is I lost my arm back in 2016 in a car accident. The person I was in the car with lost control of the car. His steering wheel came off, and as we were rolling down the hill, I kind of used my arm as a shield to stop the impact coming towards me. And that's how I shattered my arm. At first, they said that it was going to be saved, but because I didn't have any feeling in it, I basically had a dead arm and I had to get it amputated. And I remember the first thing that I did before my surgery was I went to YouTube and I typed in, how to do X, Y, and Z with one hand. And at that time, the searches were very, very limited. There were really nothing, in the searches for me to find. And even recently, when I started to go back, like, how do I do, this one-handed? How do I, tie my shoe one-handed? How do I put my hair in a ponytail? How do I zip up a jacket? The searches were very limited. Now it's a little bit more advanced, but I noticed that, for an African American woman, there's really not much out there. And I kind of wanted this video to be for, someone who went through what I went through, an accident, and needs a stepping stone in how to do things. Or, the most hurtful thing was feeling like I went through this alone. Even though I had friends, no one truly understood what I was going through. And I kind of want this video to kind of be, hey, I've been there. Hey, I know what that feels like. Hey, this is actually how you can, wash your hair or tie your shoe or do your daughter's hair. Or, I actually know how to change a tire one-handed. I know, right? But I do. I don't want to feel like my limitation is going to stop me from doing what normal people with two hands do. I want to still try and do things. I've had to come to terms with there's just some things that I can't do, and I've got to deal with it. But I do want this channel to kind of be, that stepping stone for someone. I wish that I had this type of channel when I was going through my situations, because I learned so many things through trial and error. And of course, I couldn't really go to anybody because I was the only one in my friends group who had an amputation. So this video, or this channel rather, is going to be more so of how I do things with one hand. It's going to be so much fun. I'm going to do challenges with my friends. We're going to have one-on-one talks about like how I was able to deal with my amputation, how I'm still dealing with it, with confidence. And the one thing about me is I'm a very open book. There's nothing that I'm ashamed about, like nothing at all. All the things that I went through from 2016 to now kind of led me to this moment. I've been thinking about doing a YouTube channel for a while, but I was so afraid of how I would look. I wasn't prepared for the comments. I wasn't prepared for, how people were going to look at me. And I think what kind of made me jump and do this is just I could really be helping someone, in my situation, because unforeseen things happen all the time. And if I can help just one person with this channel, I've done my job. And that's really what it is. But it's going to, I'm going to be, you know, showing you guys, like I said, how I do certain things, how I have challenges with my friends. I'm going to be taking you guys along, you know, when I just do like certain things. Like next week, I'm going rock climbing. This will be my first attempt since 2017. It did not go the way I wanted it to at first. Like, I failed so miserably, but rock climbing was like so therapeutic. It was one of my biggest hobbies, and I'm gonna try and attempt it again. We're gonna see how that goes. Hopefully this time will be better. But yeah, I think this will be like a really good educational channel for a lot of people. Even if you're not an amputee, it'll just be a good way for you to see, you know, how it is that we adapted to our new circumstances. So I hope you guys, you know, subscribe, support. I promise it's definitely going to be worth it. And it'll just be a fun journey to ride along with. So thank you for sitting in for this 6-minute meet and greet. For those that don't know me personally, my name is Alicia, but you can call me Chrissy. Christine is my middle name. I am 28. I know I don't look it, but I'm 28. I live in Georgia. I have 2 children. And like I said, I lost my arm in 2016. The reason was the steering wheel came off. The person that I was in the car with, at the time, I thought this was like a really dope thing. I'm not gonna lie. Like he could take off the steering wheel and put it back on. He could take it off and walk into the store. Like, I thought it was like the coolest thing in the world. Like, this is so dope, because the person that I was with, he customized his cars a lot. But on Thanksgiving of 2016, we were heading back to my house and the steering wheel came off. And that was the last thing that I actually remember. Everything else that was told to me was told through him and through other sources. But we went down a hill, and like I said, we were hitting trees, and that was always my defense. Like, if anything ever came towards me, like, I always blocked it, you know. But apparently, like, the impact was too great, and it shattered my arm. My personality will probably hopefully come through. I gotta get used to recording and everything, but I just wanted to give a little backstory. And like I said, I'm starting this channel just to have more awareness for amputees, especially in the Black community or in general. I want someone to, you know, feel like they have people out there that understand what they're going through, and not to feel alone. The one thing I felt after my amputation was I felt completely alone. My family, my friends, nobody understood what I was going through. I went through some deep depression, and I can honestly say I'm just now coming to terms with it years later. So I'm doing this as a kind of like a vlogging. It's a journey for me, and also a learning experience for someone else. So I just wanted to do a quick little meet and greet, and to kind of give you guys an idea of what this channel is going to be about. So I hope that you guys found it somewhat a little bit entertaining, and that you guys will subscribe. And I'll see you guys soon. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.